Joining me now is a UFC light heavyweight contender who's coming off a first-round submission win over Ovince Saint Preux this past weekend at UFC on Fox 28 in Orlando, Florida. It is the one and only Ilir Latifi joining me here on the program for the very first time. Ilir, how are you?
I'm great. I'm down in Miami, enjoying the great weather, enjoying my win. Nothing could be better right now.
Excellent. Thank you so much for joining me. I appreciate it. I gotta imagine you were happy with the win. Probably the biggest win of your career. Very impressive. A first-round finish. Can you complain? Any complaints? Were you super happy with it?
It was a great performance. So of course, I'm happy. I'm satisfied, and I went through some struggles through the camp, but I made it through and delivering the fight. So. It's great.
What happened leading up to the fight? Did you have like a little injury going in, or do you want to talk about that?
Yeah, I had a back injury and stuff, so I had to heal up and be ready. So, but now everything is good, and we got a great win.
Did you consider pulling out of this fight, or was the injury not that serious?
It was bad, but I wanted the fight so much. So I struggled through it and fought. We got the fight rescheduled, and we made it. So it was great.
Was your back fully healed when this fight? Because it was supposed to happen a few weeks before, back in Charlotte, North Carolina. So was it fully healed by the time you fought this past weekend?
As good as it could be.
Okay. Fair enough. Were you surprised at all at how you beat OSP? Of course, you're going in there very confident. You knew you would win, but did you know it'd be a submission?
I knew that I could finish him either by a submission or knockout. So, and I knew if I landed my punches, I know that he was gonna go down. So, when the position for the submission came, it was just all naturally, all instinct. And I went for the finish, and I felt that I had the guillotine, and I just, pushed through it, and it worked out great.
You rocked him. Was there any reason you went for the submission instead of just trying to ground and pound him or something like that? Or was it just instincts, as you said? Why did you ultimately favor the submission over just more strikes?
To be honest, I thought that was even a better finish. First rocking him, then submitting him was awesome. But I think just the situation, how the fight went, which distance I was, it just came natural to go for the submission.
Okay.
The positions that we were in the fight made it natural to go for the submission where I had his head.
Fair enough. You were a bit of an underdog going into this fight. Did that take any pressure off you? It's not the first time you've been an underdog, so you've been in this spot before, but did that still take a little pressure off you going into what was probably the biggest fight of your career?
Actually not, the pressure was there because it was the important fight to get me to that title fight, so I knew this was a fight that I had to win. Doesn't matter if I'm an underdog or I'm a favorite, I have to win this fight to go where I need to go, where I want to be. And I needed to make a statement too, so, the rest is, it is what it is, huh?
Yeah, you certainly did make that statement, so mission accomplished for that. Do you feel like this was the biggest win of your career? I got to ask you, but I feel like it's pretty clearly, do you think?
Yeah, it was, for sure, I fought the top 5 contender, guy that fought for the belt, went the distance with one of the best fighters, so a very experienced fighter, and I did great, so of course it's a great one for me, my greatest.
Do you feel like you proved some people wrong in this fight just because I know some people going into this fight or just in general have looked at your record and think, okay, so he's losing to like the best of the best, like the Ryan Baders of the light heavyweight division, but then he'll beat everybody else, Tyson Pedro, Jean Vellante, etc., etc. Do you feel like you proved a lot of people wrong, though, in the sense that a lot of people going in figured you might not be top 5. You'd be top 10, but maybe not quite the upper echelon.
I am top 5. I'm a contender for the title, and my losses have come in situations that were like, that can happen anybody, In this level of fighting, you're always one punch of winning or losing. And my losses were mistakes. My loss against Bader, I almost knocked them out in the first round, So I made a calculated mistake, and those things happen, and I proved in all other fights how dominant I were. I finished people, I dominated people that were undefeated, and I finished people that were big favorites that I shouldn't finish, in people's eyes. But people underestimated me, but people that know what I'm capable of, they know that I can beat the best of the world, because I am there too. I am one of the best.
Yeah, you're number 5 in the division as of the new update to the UFC rankings following this win over OSP. You, of course, after the fight, called out Daniel Cormier, the champion. He's fighting Stipe Miocic, the heavyweight champion. So I don't think that fight is going to happen right away. But realistically, what is next for you? Do you have any ideas? Do you have an opponent, maybe Glover Teixeira? That seems to make sense. Would you like to welcome Luke Rockhold to the division? Do you have any preference?
Right now, I don't know what's gonna happen. Let's see. Gonna enjoy this victory, and let's see what happens after this.
There's not that many people in front of you now. I mean, you were number 8 in the rankings going in. You bumped up to number 5. As I said, there's only a few people in front of you. How far away from a title shot do you think you are? Maybe just one fight, or what are your thoughts on that?
I think I can get a title fight next too. It's everything is about the situation, how it evolves. So let's see what happens. But I'm there. I feel the taste of it.
I know you want to take the next week or so in Miami, just have a vacation and not really think about fighting. But your teammate Alexander Gustafsson, he's had a title shot in situations, circumstances where you could argue he didn't deserve it just because he was coming off that loss to Rumble and then he fought DC. So do you feel like waiting for a title shot might not be the worst option you could take?
I really haven't thought about it, right? I don't really know, let's see, I just
if they offer you another fight that isn't for the title, you would take it though.
I'm looking for the title now. That's where my eyes are, and I think I made a statement for that the last weekend, so, and I think people would like to see that too, amazing fight. I've been between two very similar fighters in a way.
You're in Miami right now, just in South Florida, of course, a little ways from Orlando. Are you there? How long are you there till the end of the week or weekend?
Yeah, I'm gonna be here a while, enjoy and have some work to do, and then I'll go back to Sweden.
Did you say you have some work to do? Are you going to train a little bit, or?
Yeah, work out and meet some people.
Where do you plan on training?
I always train wherever I am, so I'm not gonna be sparring, but do my other routine workouts, strength and conditioning, maintaining in good shape.
Have you planned out which gym you're going to go to though?
No, I haven't.
Okay, that'll something you'll decide soon.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, so I'm gonna be here a couple of days, then I go back to Sweden.
All right. Something I noticed is that All Stars, your gym over in Sweden, now you guys have out of the 6, top 5, including the champion, light heavyweight contenders, you are 3 of them. You, Gustafsson, and Manoa. How crazy is that?
That's crazy. I mean, that says a lot about our team. The level of training and the guys are there. And we push each other. And we're a great team, we bring out the best of each other. Me and Alex go back since before our UFC debut, 10 years working together, training and evolving, and a lot of people, they don't know our background and history together, but we went through a lot together, a lot of good days and bad days in our careers, and evolved together and pushed each other. We're a great match because we were different. Yeah, wrestler, explosive. So we brought out the best of each other. Then Jimmy came too, coming and pushing the pace. So, and that's led to all the success. 3 light heavyweight fighters from a small country like Sweden and England coming. That's amazing.
Oftentimes when you're fighting at 205 pounds, you are at a fairly big disadvantage as far as height goes, just because you're so stocky, you're so strong, but you're not all that tall for the division. Training with Gustafsson, I got to imagine, really helps with that for preparing for tall opponents or taller opponents.
I mean, all my life I fought taller opponents, so I was always used to being the smaller guy and not having the reach advantage, So, but something that other people can see as your weakness, you can to evolve to make it as a strength for you, and that's what I've done.
Was it difficult to deal with at the very beginning of your career? You go back years and years. Was it difficult to adjust, or? Yeah.
Of course, it was hard. I mean, normally the guy with the reach and it's like in fighting, it's a big disadvantage. But I worked hard on the many years to make it to my advantage, and now I'm here. Now I'm comfortable.
Now, I got to ask you about, so many MMA fans love you. I don't know if you have realized this. I'm sure you have, because everybody loves the pictures of you on the horse on the beach, more recently the elephant photo. They love that. Do you see this love you get from the MMA community?
Yeah, I know I have a huge support around the world, not only from my Sweden and Albanian fans, but all over the world. I have a big community that supports me, and that's amazing. I love the fans that are there. It means a lot.
It's almost as if you're like a mystical MMA character. It's really wild.
It is. I haven't noticed it, but.
Yeah, I mean, if you use social media more often, go on Twitter, whenever you fight. I mean, obviously you're not checking Twitter as you're preparing for a fight or on fight day or anything, but people really love you. It's not just, people that are, I feel like it's hard to explain, because you can be a fan of a fighter, but your fans or people that love you are a lot different. It's really hard to explain, but it's really crazy. It's funny, too.
Yeah. That's nice to hear that I'm so loved.
Yes, it is true. I'm not just saying this. It is absolutely 100% true. You can ask any big fan of MMA, and I'm sure they are quite a big fan of yours.
That's cool, It's cool when fans they love you in that way, support, because sometimes you have great fighters, but they don't get promoted so people can see them, in that way. But to be able to do that, even if you're not promoted or if you are, that's amazing. So I'm very thankful for that. I'm just being me,
Yeah. I have to ask you, what was the story behind that horse picture on the beach? How long ago was that?
That's 3-4 years ago.
3-4? Where were you at the time? Were you in Sweden or?
No, I was in an island out of Africa's coast called Cape Verde. I was there. And just I love being out in nature, I'm very interested of everything with nature and animals and stuff and wildlife. So just love taking a ride on a horse on the beach,
And I guess when you took that photo, you had no idea it'd become a pretty famous photo as far as MMA is concerned.
Yeah, I never thought it was gonna be such a hype about that photo, but people
do you understand it? Why do people love it so much? Do you have any ideas?
I don't know. I think it's just it seems so. It's such a natural photo, and it's like almost a little bit raw, like some kind of like ancient time. I don't know, barbaric warrior. I don't know what, but it's a cool photo. I can admit it.
No, it really is. And you stepped it up, I think, with the elephant photo. What was the story with that? Where were you? When was it taken? It was more recent, right?
Yeah, that was in Thailand. I was like in an animal, like elephant sanctuary that helps elephants that have been abused and stuff. They take care of them. So I was there visiting and got the opportunity to meet some amazing animals. You know, elephants are very intelligent. You know, they have a great memory.
You seem to be quite the animal lover. Have you always been that way?
Yeah, that's passion I had since I was a kid, you know. And I always said, like, one day I'm going to do like this Steve Irwin kind of animal show.
Really?
Yeah, 100%. You're going to see that. And it's going to be, that is going to be on another level because they're never going to see the things that I'm going to do.
Where are you going to go? Are you going to go worldwide or?
Worldwide, yeah, that's my plan.
Is this just right now a dream, or do you actually have plans in place for this to actually happen?
I have plans about that, you know. I just want to find the right people and team to work with, a great production team to do it, and I would love to do it, you know.
That is awesome. That is very cool, and all these people
a lot of people would love to see it, huh?
No, they will. They will. I mean, if they like the photographs of it, they'll love the, you know, a 30-minute episode or an hour episode.
Yeah, I'm going to do some crazy stuff. So,
what animal is next? I think we need to get you on a lion or something. Not for the movie, not for the film, but like for a picture or something.
We probably would start in like Africa, do the big five, like see all the lion, the buffalo, the rhinos. Rhinos are my favorites, you know, elephants and then probably do the Amazon, Brazil. See that. Australia, you know, there's a lot of cool places. Nature is amazing, so there's a lot of cool places to see. But first we gotta win this title, you know. So I have a lot of work to do.
Well, imagine it's even more popular if it's like UFC champion does safari show or does, you know, animal show. That'd make it even more popular.
It would be crazy. Can you imagine seeing me riding a rhino?
That makes me laugh. I have no other reaction than laughter. I mean, with the horse photo, with the elephant, and now a rhino, that'd be maybe even better than those two. And those two are famous. Imagine what the rhino photo would be.
It would be amazing.
That's incredible. Ilir, thank you so much for the time. This was a lot of fun. Congratulations once again on the win over OSB in Orlando this past weekend. Enjoy Miami. Enjoy getting back to Sweden and training and everything else going on. And of course, best of luck with these plans for this show of yours coming in the future. Before I let you go, remind my audience where they can find you on social media if they're not already following you, and if there's anybody you would like to thank or give a shout out to, the floor is yours.
I just want to thank my team, everybody that supported me, All Stars, American Top Team, my coach, Selman Barisha, and my family that's always there, my brother, and all the fans around the world that always support me. You know, it means a lot. And a lot of great things are coming in the future. So, see you soon, guys, all right?